everyone staying safe and practicing social distance. I know this is a tough time for us all, and I definitely wanted us to ensure that we continue to support our community and be abreast of the activities that's happening in the West Athens area. So before I get started, I just want to focus on why we do so. I'm going to pay attention to the vision of Best Start West Athens, which is to develop a collaborative community support system to enhance, enrich, and educate and empower all stakeholders with a special focus on families that have children aged 0 to 5. I hope that everyone has their agenda up and they can see that we will be discussing some things today, having some presentations from PBS SoCal kids, as well as a yoga presentation from Yoga by Journey to a New Start. We want to make for sure that this meeting is evaluated because this is how we are able to determine our next steps or what's needed to change or what we're doing good. So there will be an evaluation. We know that there is a lot that happens when you're at home and yet trying to still do work or be involved. So we will make for sure that this phone call consists of a break. And we will have Michelle, who will give us some nice resources at the end of this meeting that we can share with our families and friends. Then we'll have time also for announcements, and then we will close out this meeting. So before we begin, is there any questions? All right. I also would like for us to pay attention to our chat box because this meeting, we will be allowing people to comment as they please, but we want to have a system. So if you're on mute and you're interested in speaking, you can go to the chat box, which is located at the bottom of your screen, and it's 3 little dots. And you're able to raise your hand, ask a question, send messages to people directly, or to send message to the group. There will be some information shared, so there will be times when we tell you to focus and pay attention to your screen because we'll be sharing some things. As of now, you have the agenda that is displayed. All right, moving along then. I'm going to go over the first 5 LA's mission because in order for us to achieve our vision, we have to have a mission. The first 5 LA, in partnership with others, strengthen families, communities, and services and support so that all children in LA County enter kindergarten ready to succeed in school and in life. So we know that during this pandemic, we are not able to access schools as we normally do. We're not able to do a lot, but we definitely want to still enrich, empower, and strengthen our families by any means necessary, which is why we have the presentations that's going to be brought to you today. So I'm unfortunately not able to get to the rest of the agenda to see what's next on here. So can you share the next?
PBS SoCal is going to do a presentation.
Where we're at for today, Byron?
Yes, PBS SoCal is going to do their presentation, and Sandra Cruz is the person who's going to be presenting that.
Okay, with that being said, then I just want to say that in ways for us to continue to educate and strengthen our families, we are now asking PBS to give us some tools.
We can't hear you.
And some things that we can do while we're at home practicing social distance. With that being said, I would like to pass it over to PBS SoCal, Sandra Cruz.
All right. I am still muted by the host.
You're okay. We hear you.
I'm okay? Okay, great. Sorry about that. Okay, my name is Sandra Cruz. I am the Early Learning Coordinator at PBS SoCal. So I am going to take over and share my screen. And I have a couple of things to help us kind of walk through what the at-home learning initiative is. So 1 second, there we go. Okay, so I'm here to talk about PBS SoCal's at-home learning initiative, and I'm really happy that we are here to support Best Start West Athens and be able to share some of these wonderful resources that we have been putting together for the last couple of weeks. I'm the early learning coordinator at the station, and I lead our parent engagement efforts through workshops. Prior to the stay-at-home order, PBS SoCal was out in the community on a regular basis, leading workshops using PBS Kids content to model activities that families can use at home that work with their children to build up on their science, technology, engineering, math, and literacy skills. The target age range that we work with is the 0 to 8-year-olds. So we're really happy to share one of these resources today. So a little bit about our at-home learning initiative. It started about 6-7 weeks ago as a partnership with the Los Angeles Unified School District, and it has since evolved into a statewide initiative with support from public media stations all across the nation. What this initiative is that students in grades preschool through 12th grade can access free educational PBS daytime programming that's designated to the different age grades or age levels Monday through Friday from 5 in the morning to about 5 p.m. So you can tune in at 6 in the morning on one of the different channels. So these are PBS SoCal, so KLCS or KCET, depending on your child's age. And you will be able to watch different content that is teaching some sort of science, math, literacy, or social emotional skills. For the youngest ones, I'm going to focus on the PBS SoCal or channel 50.1 over the antenna TV. So children in pre-K through 3rd grade can tune in to PBS SoCal 1 and watch cartoons or programming, PBS Kids programming that is educational. It's completely free and available throughout the day, Monday through Friday. You can also utilize the KLCS channel, which is 58.1, and that is the morning blocks are geared towards the preschool, pre-K age range. But the content that airs later on is geared towards the upper elementary schools. In addition to that, we're also offering activities that are aligned to the hourly programming. And these can be found on the website at homelearning.org. Every day there is a schedule with activities with 2 to 3 activities that are inspired by the learning goals or that tie in to the learning goals on the television or on the show that's airing at that time. And in a little bit, I will actually show you the website as well as what the activities look like. And I've taken one of those activities from the 3 o'clock programming block to do the activity and model how it can be done at home. So another resource that PBS SoCal is offering through the at-home learning initiative is a free texting service offered through Bright by Text. And parents can sign up to receive free educational activities depending on their children's age by texting SoCal, that's SOCAL, to the number 274448. It's on the screen, but I will repeat that again. It's SoCal, SOCAL, to the number 274448. And what this does is every day or every other day, you will receive a text message with tips to support your child's learning. And these are tips and resources offered through Sesame Workshop, Vroom, and any resource that PBS SoCal has put together. So just to share a little bit about, or one of the messages from last week, one of the messages focused on sharing, and it read, "Sharing is caring, but it can be tough for some children. Here's how to practice," or "Here's how to practice." And then it has a link to a video with tips and activities that you can practice with your child to support those sharing resources. And I should mention that this resource is offered in English and Spanish, so you can sign up with your own language preference. Thirdly, we recently started a weekly live read aloud in partnership with Kid Storytime. And this resource is available through Zoom. So one of the things I will do is I will share the flyer with Byron and team to distribute after the call. And you can click the link to register. And the readings are at 1 o'clock. They are live via Zoom with a live storyteller who uses puppets and asks the children questions. And they are every Wednesday for the rest of the month in English. So May 6th, May 13th, May 20th, and May 27th. So all of those are Wednesdays, and the readings will be done in English. And then on Thursdays, we are offering the same service in a bilingual, in Spanish bilingual. So Spanish/bilingual. Our storyteller actually translates a couple of the words, a couple of the vocabulary for the non-English speakers. And those also happen on Thursdays at 1 o'clock. And the dates are up on your screen, but to read them aloud for anyone on the phone call, they are Thursdays, tomorrow, May 7th, May 14th, May 21st, and May 28th. So again, you join via Zoom, completely free, and the link will be in a flyer I will share with Byron and the team. So now it's time for our favorite part. So now I get to model an activity. And again, I want to reiterate that this activity was taken from the At Home Learning website and the 3 o'clock block. I thought I'd be on a little later, so my apologies. But I took it from NatureCat because if you tune in to PBS SoCal at 3 o'clock, you will watch NatureCat, and the episode is Soil Turmoil and Wisteria Hysteria. And NatureCat is a show that focuses on science, the outdoors, and nature, as the name suggests. So one of the things I really want to reiterate is that it's important for you to remember that as a parent, you are doing an amazing job and you are doing everything that you can to support your child. And we as public media really want to support you in those efforts. I understand that not everyone was prepared to lead hours and hours of instructional lessons. So our goal at PBS SoCal through public media is to support you by giving you that confidence to support your child's learning through a hands-on activity that is educational, fun, and can spark conversations that can continue the learning. So without further ado, I'm going to click on the website. Okay, let it load for a little bit. And we are going to go on a journey to the At Home Learning website. So when you go to www.atHomeLearning.org, you are directed to this page. And on this page, you will see more information about the At Home Learning initiative with an overview of what we are doing. But when you scroll down, you see a downloadable PBS SoCal KCT KLCS TV schedules, which you can click and it will look like this. It's very overwhelming. This is actually the PBS SoCal schedule. There are hours and hours of content, and you can look at it by the time, the date, and then you have the title or the show name, as well as its learning goal. So today is Wednesday, and it is not 9 a.m., but it is, let's scroll down some, it is 2:45. And right now, if you tune into PBS SoCal channel 50.1, you will see Let's Go Luna. I thought I was going to hit the 3 o'clock mark, so I went ahead and chose the NatureCat show. But going back to that At Home Learning website, when you scroll down below the schedule, you actually get to see the pre-K through third grade programming highlights and activities. And this is where you see a daily schedule of activities. So I will click May 6th. And again, the hourly schedule, I tried to point to my computer, I apologize, but the hourly schedule and the show, as well as the episode name and the 2 activities listed per show, per episode. So I'm gonna scroll down because you see there's 10:30, there's 11 a.m., whatever the case may be. The 3 o'clock. There are 2 resources here that you can access. There's an online game that is associated or related to the Nature Cat episode, but there's also a DIY journal activity, which when clicked, 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so when you click it, you are actually prompted to the activity itself. It is a PDF. You can print it, but I realized that not everyone has a printer. So what I did is I actually just read it on the webpage and followed the instructions. So this is the activity we're going to do today. Is we're going to make a journal to document nature observations. And it gives you the tips, what you need, and the materials that you need to create your activity. So here you'll see the nature journal. It looks really nice, really fancy, really creative. It tells you you need materials such as construction paper, a large piece of cardboard, scissors, hole puncher, brightly colored yarn, construction paper, crayons, colored pencils, and different materials that you need. I unfortunately did not have a large piece of cardboard nor construction paper, and I definitely did not have paint. So I improvised, and I will stop sharing my screen if I can. Give me 1 second. Screen, is it? Nope, sorry. Okay. How do I, stop share. Okay, so can anyone tell me if I'm like in my big view now? Yes? Okay, perfect. Okay, so you all can see me. Okay, so again, we're going to make a journal. As you can see, mine is not very fancy. It looks a little bit different than the journal on the picture or in the actual activity itself. But it still hit on all of the, I followed the directions to the T. So as I mentioned, it said, get a large piece of cardboard. I did not have a large piece of cardboard, but what I did have was an old box of soda that I cut. I just cut a piece. So I took my scissors. Here they are. And I just cut this side of the box of soda because it was actually going in the recycling bin anyway. And I used that as my front cover. So the inside, no one needs to see that, but you see my front cover, and then I wrote my nature discoveries. And then I wrote my name. So for the youngest learners, they might not be able to write all of the letters, but one of the things you can do as a parent to support that learning is write it out for them, and then they can practice writing below the letters right below where you wrote your own letters. Or they might just want to color it in. Works just as fine. I also put a spot for my name because it's very important to write your name. So I should actually write my name so that my brother doesn't grab it and try to use it for himself. So then the other thing I did not have yarn. I was going to use my shoelaces, but I couldn't find my sneakers, and I found dental floss a lot quicker. I just took a little piece of dental floss and I poked some holes in my little journal, just using my lovely PBS SoCal pen. And I just poked holes and tied the little dental floss together to make it into a book. In terms of paper, I had a couple sheets of printer paper laying around that I just grabbed. So on the inside, once I made my journal, the actual book, I decided to document the journey of my plant. A couple of weeks ago, I planted 2 seeds. Can you see them? Yes, I planted 2 seeds to grow a bonsai tree. And since then, in about 6 weeks, they have sprouted and now they look like this. So this is my own personal take on this activity, but honestly, you can document anything you'd like. As you can see in mine, I started with day 1. I drew some seeds, I labeled it, and I made a note of an observation. So another way you can do this is you might be able to take your journal out on a nature walk. on a daily basis. Say 10 minutes around your house and you find a rock. You can tape it onto or into your journal. Just as myself. I actually did seeds, different types of seeds, but say you find a rock in your backyard today when you go outside after you make your journal. You might want to write a story of how you found it. What does it look like? Describe it. But say tomorrow when you go on another walk, you walk out in your front yard or down the street to your neighbor's house or to the park. Well, we can't really go to the park, but let's say you walk along the perimeter of the park and you find a different rock. Maybe you might notice the different observations you see in your journal. So again, that's one of the activities. And again, I'm going to share my screen one more time, which you can find on the PBS Learning, or sorry, on www.atHomeLearning.org. And again, when you go to the daily programming, you will see a myriad of activities for each of the shows. And again, these range from online games to free apps, to coloring pages, to hands-on activities, to book suggestions that you can read, all available for free to you through the At-Home Learning Initiative. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen really quickly and go back to the presentation because, is that going to just, sorry, give it 1 second. There we go. Yes. So again, I really want to remind you parents that you're doing a great job and we as public media at PBS SoCal are here to support you. So if you have any questions or if I said something that happened really or too quickly, please feel free to type it in the chat. And I think Byron and team will help me filter through through the questions. And I'm more than happy to answer them.
Well, I just wanted to thank you for the information. I noticed that as you were sharing, you used it as a forum for you, and I think that this is something that can become a family activity because adults can journal as well as the kids, and it's give them something to look back on in this trying time. But what I also was wondering is because we didn't get the support of the people that we would have liked to have, and you gave some very good information. If it's possible for us to put on our Facebook this or share with the community on our Facebook the information that you share with us, even if it's your video, even if it's your presentation, but it's very important that we get this information out to the larger mass of people in the West Athens area. So I just want to say thank you for sharing. I now look forward to journaling in some of my activities, and I hope that other families do as well.
Yes, thank you so much. I believe this call is being recorded. And I'm not sure how it's going to be shared, but Byron or Mercedes, or if anyone wants to jump in and share how this recording is going to be shared.
Well,
Yeah,
the main thing is,
go ahead.
No, the main thing is I just want to know about your permission for things.
Okay.
Is this something that you'll be okay with sharing that we could put onto our Facebook and share? Because we also have 3 other communities that
Right.
are also in need of this wise and wonderful information, and I would like for Best Start to be able to present that to them, like I say, and have your presentation, your, like you said, this is call is recorded, so just being able to share the information that you shared with the mass. So
Yes.
you don't have to talk about that, great.
Yes, no, definitely. Please, we are here to share. This is, again, this started as a local initiative turned statewide. So please share with anyone and everyone. One of the things we are working on, at least on the PBS SoCal end, is prior to the stay-at-home order, I was leading workshops with groups of parents and modeling these activities in a little more extensive way. So one of the things we are working on is trying to turn those workshops, turn them into something that's digital, and how we can do what I just did, this type of presentation, on a weekly basis for the weeks to come. So we're working on that end. And on the PBS SoCal end, and as soon as I have more information on that, I will share that with Byron, share that with you. I have my email information and my business cell phone here. So in case you need to get a hold of me and follow up, you're more than welcome to. But we are working on trying to find the best way to turn these workshops into a weekly thing for the weeks to come.
I have a question.
Yes.
This I know this is free, but my question is temporary or is free for all the year?
So it is completely free. As public media, it is our commitment to make all of these resources as accessible as possible. So I will be back on here tomorrow doing the same presentation in Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
So that's also another resource that we do offer. And all of the resources that we have put together in that list of daily activities have all been pulled from different PBS websites, whether it be PBS Kids for Parents, whether it be pbskids.org or the PBS Learning Media site. Those are all free and accessible to the community. The way we've structured these resources was in an effort to best support families through the at-home learning initiative. And again, it's completely free. It will be free for months and years to come. I don't see that changing in anytime soon. But yes, thank you for your question. I hope that answered the question.
Thank you.
Yeah. I don't know if there's another question or how I'm doing on time, but again, thank you so much for having me and for sitting through our little presentation. Again, if anyone has any questions, my email address is S as in Sandra, C as in community, R as in random, U as in union, Z as in zebra, at pmgsocal.org. And my business cell phone number is 213-267-1943. So if anyone wants to get a hold of me, you are more than welcome to do so.
I just have a question for you, Sandra. I know you're talking about getting the information out there. I know one form is like for Facebook, they have like Facebook watch parties where you can sign on for parents or people to come on and get information. Do you know of any other platforms that you guys are considering using that might be a way for you to get the information out to the family in a mass way?
That is a wonderful question. I think one of the platforms we have been using is we stick to Zoom, but we are exploring the idea of a potential Facebook, what do you call them? That Facebook watch party. The only reason we're trying to figure out what the best way to reach families is, and as we go through the weeks and we try different methods, we're learning new things, and we are doing our best to continue to support families and make all of these resources as accessible to families. I know a lot of the Zoom calls that we do, whether it be workshops or professional developments for the teachers and educators, we do record them and we send them out via email. And that's one of the other ways that we've been sharing some of these resources. Parents can also sign up for a newsletter. But I think one of the best ways we found that we can reach families is through that Bright by Text service. Because it's a message that goes directly to families' phones. But we are doing our best to find the best ways to reach as many families as we can. So if you have any other suggestions, please feel free to email me. We are more than happy to look into them. And I don't know if there's any other questions.
So I was just going to ask that. Do anyone have any other questions or comments for Sandra? I'm going to just check the box and make for sure that no one has put anything in the chat box.
Okay.
And I don't see anything there.
Okay.
So with that being said, I definitely thank you for your time. We look forward to you helping us fulfill our vision, which is to enhance, enrich, and educate the families. I think this is a great resource to use. I hope that we can get more people involved in it, and especially since it's free. And I just was texting with Byram, who's the host of this, just saying that that might be additional support that we have to figure out how to provide for parents can have the supplies. You know, we don't want them, they might not be as creative as you are. So even I just really like what you did, and I would love for that to be shared. So I'm definitely going to support and figuring out what platform we can use to get this information out there. And I believe at least to our website or to our Facebook. So I thank you, and I appreciate the work that you're doing. As we know, kids, family, and education is very important.
Yes, thank you so much for having me. And again, we are working on a way to do a weekly series where we can invite families to join us and model these activities, but also demonstrate how one can improvise. But again, it's up to you, everyone, and everyone is doing such a great job, and really happy to be part of today's open forum. Thank you so much for having me.
All right, it looks like everyone's here. So with that being said, at this time, we would like to extend the invitation to Journey for New Start. As you guys know, there were some activities that we had expected to happen in this community that due to our situation, we weren't able to host, but thank them for being flexible and creative for coming up with ways for us to still be able to get this information to you. So with that being said, no further ado, I would like to welcome Journey to New Start.
Hello, hello, and thank you. I'll turn it over to Lisa to get things started.
Yes, hi. I'm kind of hassling around here. Thank you all for coming, and those who showed up and support of Journey to a New Start. We are a nonprofit. We have wellness classes, and yoga happened to be one of our classes we offer. And so today we'll be presenting to you mindfulness activity and also 2 yoga poses that complement the mindful activities. And so I will turn it, was he able to log on? Yes, there he is. And so Amrite is gonna present our mindfulness. Are we ready? Okay. Okay. So he's getting started. Marquise, would you like to kick us off?
Yes.
All right.
Hello, everybody. My name is Marquise. I am a very deep practicing meditator and have been doing yoga for years now. My practice with yoga started when I was 360 pounds. I used yoga mindfulness in order to change my diet, change my habits, and change my life. One of the things that knowing how to do this practice can do, and helping people learn how to get well, is learning how to connect your breath with your life. Breath is one of those things that is both controlled and uncontrolled. At birth, the first thing the doctor does is to slap a baby's behind so that we may breathe and take in the breath of life. When we are in stressful situations, what oftentimes we do is either we take huge, deep breaths in order to oxygenate our minds, or we stop breathing altogether. Being able to, in stressful situations, know how to control your breath and breathe so that you can respond rather than react is one of those keys to being able to live a life where you make choices instead of having choices made for you. So what we'll do right now is first start with just a big moment to take a deep breath in with everybody, just to get us to in that same space. So everybody take a deep breath in and then let it out. Everyone else to take another deep breath in. And then let it out. One last time. Deep breath in. Imagine the air going to the top of your head. Hold it. And let it out. Now, breath, taking in oxygen and having that piece of control is a deep part of the meditation practice. Meditation and mindfulness is bringing you into the moment where you are right now. In this world where we have so many things going on, so many challenges that are unfolding, our minds are wandering in different places. We have worries that are all over the place. And so sometimes it's powerful to be able to check in the moment, to breathe, to know that you are okay, you are alive, you are well, and to take that breath and then make the next most important action. The next part of mindfulness is gaining control of your mind. So one of the things that we can do is first, let's do a count to 5 out loud, everybody. So a count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5.
Let's do that one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, let's count to 5 one more time, but this time without speaking. Just do it in your mind. Now, did you guys, when you were counting, did you hear a voice that said the numbers for you?
Yes.
That is your brain giving a conscious command to conscious thought. When you are consciously thinking, when you are directing your mind, you hear a voice, and that is inside your head. Actually do that constantly. You give a thought to move your hands, you give a thought to move your arm. What mindfulness does is makes you consciously aware of those thoughts. There are times when you are not giving conscious thought, when you're just sitting in place and you're hearing that voice tell you, why am I sitting here so long? This is awesome. What's going on? When you start to let that thought process go, when you can just let those thoughts happen, and just let them dissipate, not have to analyze it, not have to actually obey the command that your subconscious is giving you, you are seizing control of yourself. Because so many times that subconscious thought comes from our programming. If someone, you'll find that when something happens wrong, if what you were told is that this is dumb, you'll say, oh, dumb, stupid. You can say that you're smart, you're brilliant. You can change your own programming. You can let go any of those thoughts and know that those things aren't true. So what we're gonna do for 1 minute, and then I'm gonna turn it over to Amrit, is to just breathe in, listen to the sound of your air going into going in and going out. You don't have to do deep breaths in, just your normal breathing. Just listen for the air. All too often, we don't quiet ourselves down long enough to let the whispers of the universe or God flow in. So let's take a moment, 1 minute, and just breathe and listen to your breath. that's one of those powerful tools that you can use at any time, at any place, whenever you're panicked. You count in your brain to take control of your mind, then just breathe and listen to the sound of your breath to become centered right here, right now, in this moment. Thank you, and I'll turn it over to Amrit.
Hi everyone, this is Amrit from Journey to a New Start. Today we're going to be doing the performance yoga method. What is the performance yoga method, you might wonder? It's a science-based approach to increase posture, improve posture, confidence, and performance while balancing your nervous system. So we're going to start by stretching the connective tissues in the neck and the shoulder area. A lot of times we're spending time on our cell phone, computers, driving, and it puts our head into a forward head position, and we don't realize that our posture, when it's compromised, it dictates how you feel from within. So we're going to restore the range of motion and restore the tissues by doing this restorative resistance stretching. So it's not conventional stretching, it's the way animals stretch. When you see an animal stretching, it contracts the muscle first, then it stretches. It's not just tra-la-la, it's not just stretching, right? It's like contracting the muscle first and then stretching. So that's what we're gonna do now. So go ahead and press your elbow back to activate the muscles in your neck and your shoulder, the trapezius muscles. This is also for the large intestine in Chinese medicine, okay, which is responsible for detoxification. Okay, so you're gonna press your elbow back, place your hand outside your elbow, just like that, catch it. To begin, apply resistance by pressing your elbow back. And while your elbow is pressing back, at the same time, pull across as if you're fighting yourself in the opposite direction, breathing in. Maintain that elbow tension, breathing out. That's for mobility. Now for strength, do the opposite. Pull while pressing the elbow back, breathing in. And relax the elbow tension, breathing out. We'll do that again. So you're always breathing in during the movement, okay? So first catch the elbow and press it back. So you're not just pulling it across, because that doesn't do anything. I can do this a million times, doesn't do anything. So first you got to press the elbow back to apply resistance. Catch the elbow. And while pressing back, you're pulling in the opposite direction as if you're fighting yourself, breathing in. Maintain the elbow tension, breathing out. For strength, slow it down with your hand while pressing the elbow back, breathing in. And relax the elbow tension, breathing out. Excellent. We'll do that one more time, okay? So to begin, catch the elbow position. Press the elbow back first to activate the muscle. For mobility, pull in the opposite direction, breathing in. Maintain the elbow tension, breathing out. For strength, slow it down with your hand while pressing the elbow back, breathing in. And relax the elbow tension, breathing out. So you should feel the sensation in the neck and the shoulder, the back of the shoulder area. It's a general area. Let's do the other side to balance it out. A lot of times our shoulders are hiked up. So this will help you completely drop the shoulders and stay relaxed. Okay, let's do the other side. So catch the elbow on the outside. First, press your elbow back to activate the muscle. And while the elbow is pressing back, pull in the opposite direction for mobility. Breathe in. Maintain the elbow tension. Breathe out. For strength, pull and press the elbow back out. Breathe in. And relax the elbow tension, breathing out. Excellent. We'll do that 2 more times. So you're opening the chest by pressing the elbow back first. And while the elbow is pressing back, you're pulling in the opposite direction for mobility, breathing in. Maintain the elbow tension, breathe out. For strength, slow it down with the hand while pressing the elbow back out, breathe in. And relax the elbow tension, breathing out. Excellent. We'll do that one more time. Catch the elbow. First, press the elbow back behind you. And while the elbow is pressing back, for mobility, pull in the opposite direction. Breathe in. Maintain the elbow tension. Breathe out. For strength, slow it down with your hand while pressing the elbow back. Breathe in. And relax the elbow tension. Breathing out. Excellent. So you should feel this in the back muscles, the posterior chain. When you activate this, the chest automatically opens. Okay? So we'll begin now with the second part of this. After the movement, we're going to do a mindfulness, energy awareness meditation. Okay, so we're carrying a lot of energy around us. Sometimes we're not even aware of it. Someone cuts us off in traffic, we get mad. Now we carry this anger to someone else. They get mad or they feel like a bad vibe. Then they carry it to someone else. And it's just a cycle. Sometimes we're not even aware of it. So let's just tune in to the inner world, because most of the life that's happening on the outside is a reflection of the inner world. Okay, so let's tune into the inner world right now. So you can just close your eyes and turn your attention within in the inner world. Now our life is governed by thoughts and feelings and emotions. We are thought, feeling, emotional creatures. So let's feel the sensations now in various energy points, keeping your eyes closed. Feel the feelings in the navel. Bring your attention to the navel area, the stomach region, and feel the feelings in the navel. Does it feel tense or does it feel relaxed? Feeling the feelings in the navel. You don't have to answer, just keep your eyes closed and inquire for yourself how it's feeling. Feeling the feelings in the navel. Do you feel energy there or no energy? Feeling the feelings in the navel. Does it feel expanded or does it feel contracted? Feeling the feelings in the navel. Does it feel open or does it feel closed? Feeling the feelings in the navel. Now move the feeling up to the solar plexus in the heart area. Not the physical heart, but the emotional center between the chest. Feel the feelings and the solar plexus. Does it feel open or does it feel closed? Feeling the feelings and the solar plexus. Do you feel energy there or no energy? Feeling the feelings in the solar plexus. Does it feel expanded or does it feel contracted? Feeling the feelings in the solar plexus. Does it feel happy or does it feel sad? Feeling the feelings in the solar plexus. Now move the feeling up to the throat area. Feel the feelings in the throat. Does it feel open or does it feel closed? Feeling the feelings in the throat area. Do you feel energy there or no energy? Feeling the feelings in the throat area. Does it feel expanded or does it feel contracted? Feeling the feelings in the throat area. Now move the feeling up to the third eye, the space between the eyebrows and the forehead. Feel the feelings between the eyebrows. Does it feel expanded or does it feel contracted? Feel the feelings between the eyebrows. Do you feel energy there or no energy? Feeling the feelings between the eyebrows. Does it feel light or is it dark? Feeling the feelings between the eyebrows. Now, if you can associate one color with that feeling between the eyebrows, just bring it to your mind, whatever that color might be. Feeling the feelings associated with the color between the eyebrows. Now, out of these 4 points, the navel, the solar plexus, the throat, or the center of the eyebrows, find the area that feels the most tension, if there is any. If there not, it's okay. Between the solar plexus, the stomach, the throat, as well as between the eyebrows, find the area that feels the most tense. Then also find the area that feels the best. Between the navel, the solar plexus, the throat, and between the eyebrows. Find the area that feels the best. Stay in that feeling for a moment. A lot of fear is held here for a lot of folks because a lot of nerve endings are here. We're going to activate the vagus nerve, not like Las Vegas, but it's VAGUS, the vagus nerve. It controls the heart, the lungs, and the digestive system, the circulatory, respiratory, and digestive system. So we're going to activate this nerve by using our voice and our breath. Okay? So put your hand on your stomach. We're going to bring the sensations back to the stomach. You can keep your eyes open or closed. It's up to you. Closed is fine too. Breathe into the stomach. Open the mouth and make the sound ah 3 times. Ah. Till all the air is out. Then breathe in through the nostrils again. Open this mouth and make the sound ah. We'll do that one more time. Breathe in through the nostrils, feel it in the navel, and make the sound and then breathe naturally. Now we'll move the feeling up to the solar plexus. So put one hand on your navel and one hand on your heart area in the middle of the chest. Let's bring energy up there now. So breathe into the nostrils again. And make the sound ooh till all the air is out. Feel it deep in your gut. Ooh. Again, breathe in through the nostrils. And make the sound ooh. Feel your stomach going in when you make the sound. Again, breathe in through the nostrils. Okay, so you should feel it in the navel as well as the solar plexus. Now leave one hand on your stomach for breathing. Put the other hand on the throat. The next energy points for the throat and the forehead. So now breathe in through the stomach again, through the nostrils. And just hum with your mouth closed till all the air is out. You're just humming, feeling it in the throat. Again, breathe in through the nostrils. and hum till all the air is out. Feel it in the throat and between the eyebrows. Again, breathe in through the nostrils and hum till all the air is out.
Thank you. I'm right. We're going to start moving on with our agenda. I appreciate it. It helped me a lot. And thank you so much.
Yeah,
I hope you can hear me okay. I hope everyone enjoyed it as well and can put it into practice. And I'm turning it back over to our host, Mercedes.
In this trying time that we're living in, sometimes we don't realize the stress that we're under. I know me personally, this mask is an issue for me because I realize I don't know how to breathe. Breathing isn't something that it just happens, but when you have to do it, it's a way to do it. So I thank you guys for the support. I hope also that this information can get shared with the larger mass of the West Athens community, because it's something that I think we all can benefit from during the stressful time that they were in. So thank you very much, and I look forward to more presentations being brought by you guys. Is there any questions before they go in this trying time? And we look forward to seeing how we can use this information and knowledge and technology to get this information out to a larger body of people. So once again, thank you. And I feel like we're all on a journey to a new start.
Yes, thank you, Crystal.
She's been giving us for the last few weeks some wonderful resources. I'm hoping that you guys can also, as PBS is still on the phone, and you guys can share this with your network. It's definitely some good information I think will help us during this trying time. So Michelle, the floor is yours.
Okay, hello everyone. Do I have the share screen, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so we have this one for the parent support group. Has some information down here regarding it. Basically, they get together and just for information regarding, you know, especially right now with kids at home and all. So this would be a great resource. And then, sorry. So let's see. And then we also have the Art for Healing. This is a virtual Zoom class every Monday at 6:30. And here's the Zoom information that will be below and the password to get on to this, which is the Art for Healing. So through Wasobia Dance. And we also have a resource for new challenges, a support group that explores trauma and substance abuse during challenging life experiences. And then this one is Wednesdays from 2 to 3:30, also on Skype meeting. There's the conference information or the join by number. We have that one. And then we also have this one. It's also it's yoga. It's free yoga and it's a practice. They have these days, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays until May 27th from 6 to 7 p.m. And then the Zoom information is right here. And then you can connect with the email as well if you have further questions to get connected. And this is, yeah, days and times are here. And then we do have, we have this one, which is the digital library card, and it's valid for 90 days, available for all Lake County residents, and is activated in 24 hours. And you can sign up here and visit here. lacountylibrary.org library slash dash cards, and that should be able to get on there and get that digital. And then I believe it's one last one. We have this one, which is an emergency dental information. And here's more information right here, right at the bottom. If you have any questions, it's for dental. And I believe that was it. That was it now.
I wanted to just share one last one,
Which one?
which I'll share my screen.
Okay.
Can you see it? There it is. This is the
Okay.
community forum for today. And this was the information that we sent out to everyone on our list. And tomorrow we're having it in Spanish. So this is the flyer for the Spanish Zoom. If you are interested or you'd like to get the information, just put your email address into the chat and we'll send you the flyer. Okay, so you can get on by Zoom or you can get on the phone call. And now I'm going to turn it back over to Crystal. And Crystal, if you can lead us through some sort of evaluation, it could be very simple that people can put in the chat.
All right, well, Byron, I think you pretty much laid it out for them. So this time it's very important that we have your voices be heard. We don't have our formal type of evaluation, but if you enjoyed what you heard today, if you feel that it was good, just you could put it was well, you could put it was great information, but if you want more information, whatever it is you feel about today's call, please do so. And also just how do you feel about being on a call instead of being in person? Like, does this work for you? So if you can just give a brief little sentence at the most, just about the call, the form, the information that was discussed, whatever you feel is most important to you, but please, we value all of your input. If you need to know how to do so, at the bottom of your screen, you have a button that says more. If you hit the more, it will take you to a way to chat. You can chat, and when you do chat, you can leave it open for people to go to all. If you want to address someone personally, you can go to their name and pull it down and talk to them directly. But for the evaluations, we're asking that it be mainly shared with Mercedes or Byron. So at this time, please feel free to go to your chat buddy. I'm now sending a chat to everyone, which is at the top, which I'm just saying, thank you for tuning in. And you have acknowledged what you want to write for the meeting. If there are any other announcements, now's the time to also in your queue, you can raise your hand and you can put that you have something to say and we can open up your mics. The same thing we asked Sandra from PBS, like if we are able to put this online onto our website or to our Facebook, are you guys opposed to sharing this information with a larger body of people?
Oh, sorry.
All right, I'm a, okay.
Nope, right ahead.
Yes, we will be more than willing to, share with as many populations as possible, communities. So, yeah.
Okay.
All right. At this time, I hope everyone has filled out their evaluations or at least sent comments in the form. Maybe next time we'll create a little 3 or 4 questions that we can share with the screen, and therefore you can just do a yes or no, or if you have additional information, you can add to it to simplify things. But for today, please work with us. We're all trying to adapt to this new structure. And if there's nothing else, I'm gonna pass it over to Byron, and he can see if there's anything else that he wants to discuss before we end this call? Byron?
I just want to say that Best Start, this forum happens every month. The Community Partnership Forum. And I need to mute the rest of you because I can hear you. But Best Start West Athens meets in the community forum once a month, and we're going to be having a variety of topics. It's usually the fourth Thursday of every month. And so we'll be having something at the end of May. This one we postponed for a week because we were getting used to the technology. But we will be in touch and we'll send you an Evite. And hopefully you can join us again. For your friends and family and others who you thought that this was a valuable session that you might want to share with them, we'll be posting it on Facebook, and also we'll have a YouTube channel, and you'll be able to include folks that way as well. So, and it's always here as a reference with the yoga stuff. I think, you know, that's something that you can do ongoing, playing the video over and over again. And with PBS Kids, learning more about their exercises. So a great session, our first session in the COVID era with the community. And again, we thank PBS Kids and Yoga Journey to a New Start. So we look forward to more, and we wish everybody well. Have a great day.
I also just want to say, I'm not mistaken, I believe this weekend is Mother's Day weekend. So I just would like to wish all those mothers happy Mother's Day. I think this information we should get out in time for our families to have some type of way to relieve stress for those who might not have their mothers in their life or who might be dealing with trying times. Also, for those who are at home with their kids, there's activities that you mentioned, Chandra, that might be some good things for them to do to engage and support, you know, each other and still have a festive day, even though it's not how people might have wanted their Mother's Day to be. So thank you all, and to all a farewell.
Bye.